Here we go. Let's get these questions from the DMs.
Yep.
All right, well, that's what I heard. So what do you want me to tell you? Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the pod. My name is Lil Frex. We have in the studio today a man that I met on the internet.
It's just such a weird way.
Which is why I've invited him to be on the pod only with other people in the room in case he does try to murder me.
Oh, yeah.
He is a comedian, very funny. He is a writer for the now defunct Tonight Show. He is on strike. Please welcome Zahid Dewji.
Yay, hello.
Did I say the last name so wrong
You
or right?
said it so wrong. It's so crazy.
Say it again.
It's Zahid Dewji, but
Dewji.
it's Indians' fault for not being able to figure out WV, you know? They'll say like mini when, and you're like, just read the letters that are there, you know? So I blame Indians.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I can't even cross it so
Well,
wet.
thanks for coming. I was downplaying our friendship. We are actual friends. But
We are.
did in fact become friends on the internet.
We did. I actually met you for the first time at Whatever Fest in Houston. Like my first year of comedy, I think you came down and you rapped.
Yeah, it was outside on a Sunday, right?
Yeah. It was like 140 degrees.
I remember that. I remember that trip mostly because I went on what I thought was a podcast and it was actually on the radio.
That's how old we are.
I thought that I was like going on a podcast, but we were live on the radio. That was the most memorable part of that weekend for me.
And then I saw your clips from this show when you started it. And I was a big fan.
So that's why I brought you here today. I want you to tell me exactly what makes you a fan of me.
I'll tell you. I'll answer that honestly. You're honest. You're quick. You don't give a shit, but you do care. You know?
Sure.
You're DIY, but you're a little polished around the edges too. You vape. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know? You're white woman. That is cool. Like it.
Like it, love it, gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Love it, gotta have it.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot Sebastian's in the studio.
Yeah,
Please check in.
that's what I heard.
Hey, what's going on? I'm trying to be quiet here. The reviews are in. Sebastian sucks.
Play it nice and cool.
Play
They
it nice
won't
and
even
smooth.
know you're here.
I know I'm not a white woman. I'm a fat fucking loser. So I gotta just play it under the radar. Ah, love me. I'm sorry.
First up on the pod, I do have to do a new segment called Retractions. I went back and I listened to a few of the episodes just to kind of take stock of where we're at around episode 15. And there's been some misinformation. So just a little housekeeping here. In episode 6, I stated, quote, I have been contacted by my inner child and she told me to quit smoking, so I have quit smoking. Retracted. In episodes 1 through 15, repeatedly and throughout, I stated, quote, I am so depressed. Retracted. Depressed was the wrong word to be using. What I was lost. I was uninspired. I was feeling like I was at the end of my life. I was feeling like something had ended, but something new had not yet begun.
I've never heard someone sue themselves. This is insane. You're holding
incredible.
trial on yourself.
In episode 14, I accused a crane operator of murder.
You did with the mop.
I said, quote, he murdered his coworker. Unretracted, the statement stands. Official stance of the pod, it was a murder.
There we go.
In episode 15, I stated, quote, I saw Angus Cloud nodding out at a fashion show. Retracted, misleading statement. What I saw was a TikTok clip of Angus Cloud nodding out at a fashion show. I did not see it live with my own eyes. Retracted. So.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. I just have to keep it real with you. When I go back and I hear these little pieces of misinformation, I can't be a fake bitch with the audience. I have to keep it real.
I love that you have to go back and listen to your own podcast.
Yeah, you have to.
I couldn't think of a bigger hell.
It's a hell on earth.
A hell to do a podcast and then to go back and go, all right, well, let's hear it back.
Yeah, let's run that back.
Yeah, and then take notes with asterisks about why you're inauthentic to yourself and then be honest enough to use that for the next episode. Wow, this is like some Inception of narcissism.
Well,
right
you know
here.
what they say, that creativity is an endless well.
Oh, did they say that?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So you have to go back to the well of creativity to fuel future creativity.
I once sat around with a bunch of people that did children's musical theater, and we watched old tapes of them as a child singing. So this is a norm for me.
Yeah, this is.
I've stooped to lows like this.
Jesus Christ.
But that is the theme of today's episode.
Well,
Real or fake?
fake.
We're striving towards being real bitches and not fake bitches.
I go back and forth between, to be honest.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question, point blank period, right now.
Go for it.
Don't think, just answer.
Okay.
Do you support the strike?
Yes.
See, that was real.
You think that was real?
I know. I don't think it
Whoa.
was real.
That felt good.
Okay. Here, ready? Real or fake? Have you ever paid for sex?
No. I hesitated, but that's because I couldn't figure out if it was free or paid, but I have not.
Okay.
What happened that you weren't sure?
Like if the phrasing was like, you know, when someone's like, hey, do you want this? It's not free. And you're like it feels backwards.
Blah, 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 blah.
It just, my brain got confused.
Nice.
I couldn't pay for sex. I don't even know how to start.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to begin.
Let me airdrop you a PDF. I'm kidding. I've never paid for sex.
I am such a neurotic. I'm such a neurotic, annoying. You can testify to this, that I would call and I'd be like, I would like ask them about pricing.
Totally.
Like I'd be like, well, if it's this, but I don't come, like, is that cheap? Like that's what my brain.
You called me one time and you were like, I have a serious problem. I have 2 jobs. I have to get out of one job so I can take another job. And I go, don't you have any like friends you could call about this? But that's not what I meant. Like, that's how it came out. And I just said it as a joke. But what I really meant was like, don't you have someone more qualified than me who could advise you on
No,
this?
you're-
But what I said was, I was like, don't you have like a friend? Who's like,
You're the best at this. You're the best at, I don't know. You're a shoot from the hip person. I'm a shoot from the hip person, but occasionally.
what did I tell you? I
hips,
said,
they
sounds
lie.
to me like you have 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Which means you
said
have
that.
no problem.
And I was like, that's the best
I'm not
goddamn
hearing
answer
the
I've heard.
problem.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
It was, yeah, you are weirdly good at problem solving in a very easy way.
Real or fake? Historical figures. Ready? Don't think too hard. Just answer. Poseidon.
Real?
Wrong. Plato.
Real.
Cleopatra.
Fake. Okay.
Zeus.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Zeus.
Wow.
One so far.
Real or fake? Zeus. Real? You said is it real? Okay. Okay.
I would like to retract it, but I did say real.
Okay.
I don't like that Sebastian
Nero.
saying wow after every answer, because now it's making me go the opposite of what I would do.
Jesus.
Okay. No,
Christ.
just focus here. Sorry. Let's.
All right,
It's
right
just
here.
me and you, bro.
Oh God.
Ready?
This is why I can't get massages.
Ready? Nero.
Real.
Jesus.
Real.
Emperor Palpatine.
Real.
Jane Eyre.
Fake.
Ric Flair.
Real.
What was the score?
He got 4.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
Out of how many, Frex?
1, 2,
9?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 out of 9.
I did say yes
That's a
to
failing
half
grade.
of the questions.
That's a failing grade.
Yeah, you failed.
I could
What's your
have
SAT
told you
score?
that walking in here. We couldn't have just skipped the whole test.
You do ACT or SAT?
I did SAT 1430. Yeah.
Out of 21?
No, out of 16.
In Texas?
Yeah. I was like top 5% of my class.
Wow.
Got into NYU as an actor. I was smart. I am smart. I just freak out with stuff like this.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I'm like 36 now. I'm not like, it's not like the structure is hardened. It's not flexible and
Right.
moving
Wait,
and
so
absorbing.
you got into NYU as an actor?
Yeah, and then I quit after my first year.
What happened?
I didn't respect actors at the time. I was doing a lot of drugs. I didn't know who I
Nice.
was. Wasn't sure if it was something for me. But now I have a respect for actors because it feels like I'm hypocritical if I watch a TV show and I'm like enjoying the show. I'm like, well, actors put this together. And it took me a long time to actually make my peace with the acting world.
So why did you want to be an actor in the first place? You just want to be an entertainer?
I just think I liked it. And then I discovered theater. I had a lot of fun and it was cool to like take on different roles.
When you were in the plays, did you get leading roles, supporting roles, chorus roles? In high
Lot
school.
of a lot of like sidekick #1 supporting roles, which I've also since resented and used to figure out where I make sense in stand up, you know?
Totally.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then you got
You
to
know?
New York.
I'd
And
like
what was that? Where'd you live?
where in, what do you mean? During
Dorm.
college?
No, like in the first year at NYU.
Reuben Hall, outside of Washington Square Park.
How was that?
It's fucking awesome. It's 3 of us, and it was 3 of us stacked together inside of a closet. It's like we smoked inside. We're
Sounds
crazy.
like theater school to me.
Yeah, and we had a bucket We had a bucket that we were trying to quit smoking. So like anytime you finish a cigarette, it was like this jar. You used to have pretzels in it, fill it with water. You would toss a cigarette in there. And then so we could see how bad it was that we were doing. And then it just became like a cool game.
Totally.
And then we just kept on smoking.
Yeah.
And now 2 of those guys are dead.
Okay. For real?
No.
God. He keeps getting us.
I know.
He's
Well,
good.
you can't joke about dead people with our past.
Yeah.
Frex.
Yeah, I know. We're like, yeah, they're definitely dead. 100%. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Okay, but so
I feel like you're gonna recharge that vape like a gun.
I will. If I don't start getting some fucking answers out of you, I'm about to start shooting.
All right.
So what happened in so that first year you just weren't vibing? I was a theater major for 1 semester. I also
Okay.
did not vibe.
I think when you're 18 and like all of them are obsessed with fame, and I was really obsessed with trying to figure out what this was, and I feel that way about stand-up now. There's like, half of them are like just trying to like make it, and then the other half really care about the thing. But I think that's just mostly the world, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Something that's weird about our business is like, as comedians, we're self-generated and we don't really need to have a boss, but then you also kind of like want to be in TV and you want to sell shows and you want to be in movies. And it's like, who do you work for? So it's like the classic dilemma of the waitress.
Yes.
Where it's like, you can either work for the bar or you can work for the customer. If you work for the bar, you're not giving out free drinks. If you work for the customer, it's all about the shots. Now, when I used to work in production, right? PAs and ADs, like assistant directors, you can either work for the producer or you can work for the director. If they want to do an extra shot, are you with the producer's mindset where you're going to say, no, we can't afford it, that's a wrap? Or do you work for the director and you're going to do whatever it takes to help that person get their shot? Now, as a comedian, do you work for the audience or do you work for the system? Answer.
Dude, can we just really quickly?
Well, I've been thinking about it a lot.
That was like a Play-Doh, like Play-Doh's like,
Play-Doh's fake.
Fake, made up.
Fake as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I'm more of a Zeus guy myself.
No, but like as a
Hey, I'll fuck your mother.
stay with me,
That's
bro.
Zeus, by the way.
Stay with me.
Yeah.
I got something.
I know I deflect
I'm onto
easily.
something here.
All right.
Because as a comic, you want to be able to critique ridiculous systems and ridiculous people and ridiculous things.
Yes.
But you also, if you're trying to do the traditional business, you're also going to need to ask those people for jobs.
I got you. I'm about to hit you with some
Hit
some
me,
reality, but it's going to be deep.
Hit me, doggy.
It's going to be deep. It's once again a humanistic fallacy to walk in a duality and go pick one. They both exist simultaneously. And if you pick one, you are missing the entire picture in its whole. So there are moments when you have to pick the audience and there are moments when you have to pick the system. And if you do them correctly and you pick the right battles, you will be happier for it. Maybe not as successful, but you will be personally happier for it.
But sometimes picking the audience will prevent you from ever being able to pick the system.
And that's when you have to make that choice for yourself. Because I think if we know the comedians or we know the people in whatever industry that only choose like the system thing, and they're not people that other people will talk highly about.
No,
like,
they will. Other people will talk. Maybe not comics though. But people in the like, if you're an industry baby, will never know what you really think.
Right.
But you'll work all the time.
Yeah. But when you pick the people that go in the room and like play the room is like, I had to come to a hard truth right now to myself, and it's like tough to hear, but it's like I'm not a comics comic, I'd even say I'm not even an audience comic.
Okay.
You're the busboys comic.
But actually, I do have a lot of bar and wait staff that love me. That happens because there's
You're the wait staff.
Yeah, there's a lot of bar and wait staff that are like, I love that joke, and the comics like whatever, and the audience was like, I don't know about that guy.
Can you explain what you mean by what you just said?
Comics are like comedians come in the room and watch the comic and they love them. Audience comics are like, people that like play to exactly the pop music that the audience needs. I do think also that's like a sort of Beatles mentality though, because it's like you can't come out with like Sgt. Pepper's. You got to come out with I Want to Hold Your Hand, play a little bit of the stuff at the beginning, and then ideally, like I think Bill Burr said, like every game is an away game until it's a home game. So eventually you get to a point where
Hold up, have to process. Every game is an away game until it's a home game. Sebastian, translate for me. What does that mean?
That means you're playing for people that don't know you, and you have to win them over until finally the people are showing up for you.
Then you're at home everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you start getting your own original thoughts out a little bit more. But I also think that's a crutch because then you're like, anything is funny, you know, because they're like, we fucking love you. And so
Totally.
that's what I mean too, is like you're always kind of trapped in between both of those things. And you have to pick the, you know, stick with your gut and pick the thing that works for you. And if you're in a relationship and you hate it, just leave, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
So I think we solved like all of it.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty
This is good.
Sebastian, who do you work for
Who do I work for?
besides Mike?
I work for producer Mike.
Besides
I'm
Slickback
always here.
Studios.
I'm here for producer Mike. I was here early. I was here. I said, do you need help setting up or I can rub your feet? Whatever you want, babe.
Very professional.
On time with a great attitude. You're not going to hear a peep out of me.
I'm here. I brought gum. I would hate to inconvenience him with my stinky ass breath. You know, I was chopping up garlic before I was here because I fucking drip olive oil.
Yeah. And I love the smell.
Oh my God.
No, who do I work for? I'm just trying to fight the minutes before death.
Yeah.
He's just playing the violin on the Titanic.
That's it, man. It's beautiful.
Didn't I say that?
I said that.
No.
Yes.
No.
Uh-huh.
You got it from me.
I said that and gave it to you. That's what I heard.
It's in one of my
in the show.
videos, bro.
Oh my God, this feels like a Parent Trap
Yeah.
moment.
It's okay. I literally realized, retracted part 2. 7 minutes ago when I stated, have you ever paid for sex?
Yeah.
I realized that was directly from an Instagram clip where on a podcast that I saw yesterday where someone asked a comic, have you ever paid for sex?
Oh, they all have.
Yeah, but literally plagiarism. So
Yeah. Okay.
retracted.
Look at that.
There you go.
Retracted.
Earlier today, when I said we're all violinists playing on the Titanic, I would like to say that she took that from me. I said that first. We got ice cream, and I remember I said that, and then she took it after that. By the way, do you remember this?
Now we got ice cream.
We got-
We're always talking.
No, we got some pizza, and there was ice cream afterwards at that plate. What is it, Lindustry?
Oh, yeah, industry.
But they put olive oil on the fucking ice
yeah,
cream.
and a little flaky salt.
Fake.
Ooh.
Fake.
Okay.
Ooh.
Don't do that. Nobody
I like
wants
that.
that.
You don't like that?
Nobody likes that. Who likes that? Who's liking this?
I like
I like
it.
it.
You
I
liked it?
like
it a
Because
lot.
then you were like,
Because I was being fake back then, but now I'm being real. Now I don't like it.
olive oil on the ice cream.
It's not ice cream, bro. You need to take a pause and you need to, words matter, okay? You need to use correct ones. It's not ice cream. It's gelato,
Thank
okay.
you.
okay?
What if you want just a little?
Then go to Carvel,
Jalittle.
okay?
Jesus Christ. You really are the bartender's comic.
He's the bartender.
Oh my God. That was for no one.
I'm trying to tell that the audience doesn't need to be there. I'll perform. My ideal show is microphone. Me, lights are on, no one is in the building.
Podcast.
There you go.
Totally.
It's what unreleased episodes. No
Yeah.
one watches it. It's like Kramer and Seinfeld when he does the Merv Griffith show. It's to nobody. That's what I want. No one seems to understand this. This is my own personal hell and struggle. I'm sorry. What were you saying? Olive oil? You like it? Ugh.
No, I was saying something else.
Sorry.
Here's what I was saying. Real or fake creatures. Ready?
Nice.
Are you ready or not?
I keep wanting to answer the topic.
I know.
The
You're having
creature's
problems.
real. Yeah. Yeah.
Buffalo,
Real.
kangaroo,
Real.
centaur,
Real.
no, Bronchiosaurus,
Fake. I don't even think you said that right.
Bronchiosaurus.
That's like a dinosaur with a laryngeal problem.
And you think it's fake? Okay.
Yes.
No.
You think that's fake?
Okay, well then real. Stop bullying me in my own answers.
No.
This guy hates Italians and he doesn't believe in evolution.
Yeah.
Whoa. How did you know I hate Italians?
It was the olive oil shit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I like them.
How did we know you hate Italians? You just went on a rant like you're Adolf Hitler over here, talking about olive oil and calling gelato ice cream.
Whoa. You know, Fetty Wap's real name, Fettuccine Wap.
There it is. That's for the kitchen staff, that one.
I'm gonna beat him to death. I'm gonna beat him with it. I'm gonna beat him within an inch of his life.
Jesus. You know what? There's a bunch of 6-year-olds I know that would love you in Staten Island.
Dude,
Yeah,
old
yeah.
people
Yeah.
love my shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You put me with a couple of grandmothers, I'll fuck one of them.
Oh,
All right, that was a little saucy. That's not true. I won't fuck one of your grandma. But
Oh.
she really like me. That's cool.
Gnome,
Real.
unicorn,
Fake.
platypus.
Real.
Pretty bad.
I don't know.
No, you only got like 2 or 3
Three.
wrong. That's 3 wrong. Yeah. Okay.
3 right.
I mean, unless
No,
you guys
3
do your own
Oh, you
research.
got 3 right. Oh, that's
Yeah.
bad. We should pitch this to Fallon.
Oh, this would be great.
We should pitch this to Fallon.
This would be tremendous. Maybe it's the Muppets doing it.
One time I pitched, Anna Darmus was there, and I pitched, she comes
You
back.
pitched that she come over and sit on you?
What noise was that? That's cool.
Here's my idea. I'm the chair.
We're going to play a game called I'm the Chair.
Welcome to my talk show. I'm the chair, okay? Today we got Scarlett Johansson coming in, okay? Fresh off the hot tub.
All right, I have to take a pill. We're going to take a break. I'll be right back. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
So,
Is he a Scientologist?
Ray Romano?
We're back from break. Real or fake? Real or fake? Ray Romano is a Scientologist. Go ahead.
Fake. What he is
Why am I thinking
handsome
that?
as hell.
He's hot?
He has aged
Really?
like a fine Ray.
Peace?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's good.
What's he up to now?
He's just doing. He's
Why
like
is he on the Tonight Show?
I don't know. He's making movies and going like, I messed up the Pictionary. No, we got his Pictionary thing. He's so funny. He's so sweet. He has a new movie that he wrote, directed. He's just he's like a dad.
Don't bring it up though.
All right.
Yeah,
We're not allowed to. Do you miss working?
Man, up and down, you know. Some days you jack off too much. You're like, I need a job.
Totally.
And some days you're like, I'm doing some pretty cool stuff without anything going on.
Wait, what's going on with the OnlyFans thing? You showed your butt?
Oh.
Tell us about it.
Okay, so I did it real or fake. Did I do a taping for OnlyFans for comedy? I did. And I brought you some gifts.
Great. Gift time. I love gift time.
Okay.
Nice.
And also I'm gonna change into my one of the gifts thing. So this is for you. Here, you open it.
Thank you so much.
This
Just
is
so the
what
audience-
I am of you, Emma.
Okay, just for the audience.
Yeah. Frex.
I've
I don't know
been
what you're
given a
called
gift.
publicly. I'm an
Oh, OnlyFans.
fan.
It is a fan, a beautiful fan, one of these unicorn. What's it called? Accordion fans.
Yes.
And it says OnlyFans.
Fans, yeah,
Wow.
If
Thank
anybody
you so
wants
much.
yeah, no worries. A slightly wet hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That is nice.
I hope at the bottom of the bag there's a check from OnlyFans
Yeah, we're doing some serious
for us promoting it.
serious
No.
promo. Wait, so tell us about what's going on with OnlyFans and comedy. Because I went to the roast.
So they have.
So you were a writer on the roast.
I was
right?
the head writer on the roast of Whitney Cummings and Burt Kreischer.
A little tank.
A little tanky top.
Catch me at boot camp in this OnlyFans tank, boy.
Yeah.
Fast as
Subscriber
fuck,
of
boy.
the month, Frex.
Fast as fuck,
Those are the top 100
This is-
subscribers this month.
boy. Show me your butthole. Let's see it.
She loves nipples.
Let mama see it. Let mama see it. I am entering my mommy issues era, so I might become like a heavy
Wait,
OnlyFans.
put that around your
subscriber.
neck and then do the fan thing.
Okay.
Right? Look at that. Look
This
at
is for a clip.
this is
Show me your butthole.
I like it's not that you're in OnlyFans. It's that you're
I'm a customer.
You're just out here. You're preaching the good word.
I'm a customer. I'm like,
I
help,
love hole.
help these girls. Nothing is more inspiring to me than when I hear that a girl is like making bank on OnlyFans.
oh yeah.
So here's a fun. Okay, so interesting. So like, OnlyFans girls are the. Is it only girls? Are there guys on there too?
There's guys.
There's guys on there.
There's
Okay.
guys, yeah.
I'm gonna stick with girls.
I'm gonna be a guy
So,
on there.
It's OnlyFans are the podcasters of porn. They're going direct to consumer.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they work for? The audience.
Oh yeah.
They're not begging. They're not begging for a fucking stepbrother double DP anymore. They're not asking anyone to write them that stepbrother DP scene
True.
anymore.
Yeah.
They're going right to the source.
Nice.
So this
So
is
what is
beco- this has
Brazzers
become
Netflix?
just for the yes
Bang
yes.
Bus Hulu?
Yeah. So what's Pornhub? YouTube is Pornhub.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
YouTube is Pornhub.
YouTube is Pornhub. I look kind of good in this OnlyFans merch. I'm sorry for our listeners. The last 2.5 minutes have been really a visual only bit. So that does remind me, definitely check us out on YouTube. Smash the subscribe, leave a comment. How about a like? I mean, you need to see the visual of what's going on here. I'm decked out head to toe in OnlyFans merch talking about Show Me Your Butthole.
Also,
Frex-
follow me on OnlyFans.com/Zahid Dewji.
Oh, yeah, we have to
because
get back to that.
I have a sec. It's free, and I will be posting on there, and there will be exclusive I don't know, clips and
You need to be
stuff.
specific that you're doing comedy on
It's
OnlyFans,
comedy.
because it
I
sounds
mean,
like you're doing jerking
I am
off
thinking
things.
about doing like photos and stuff where I blur out the middle and then I sell that. And it's like going to be like wacky stuff in the back too.
Define the
like,
middle.
Like, like a funny nude, but it's blurred out, you know?
Nice. Do you think, are you packing enough to do an OnlyFans?
I feel all right.
Soft?
Look.
Soft.
First of all,
Here,
I don't know
Seb,
anyone.
Seb, you hear that?
What?
Click, click, click. That's the comments being written. That's a negative. Seb, that's a negative comment coming in. Click, 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 click.
First of all,
really
Get him
on the
out. Get him
podcast.
out of here. Get him out.
Until Sebastian starts bringing up soft penis once again.
no one has ever asked soft. I love that.
Okay.
Sometimes after sex, though, like I have been like, you want to see how tiny it gets? Because it's cute, because you already know the maximum potential.
Cut.
So
don't
why
care
don't-
about this. Don't want to hear it. Cut.
Well, your merch says otherwise.
Cut. You're all making me upset. Cut.
She eats her vape.
Oh, speaking of real or fake in the
Yeah, what do
vape
you got?
world. Oh, good.
yeah.
And you have okay, perfect. So I was sent a beautiful shout out to Inhale Health. I was sent a beautiful nicotine-free vape. As it's a vape to help you quit vaping. Okay. And
That sounds like a fucking scam.
so it's a fake vape. So what I want you to do, if you don't mind, can you put that sock over your eyes like a blindfold?
Yeah.
I want you to hit a real vape followed by the fake vape. And I want
Okay.
you, let's see if you know the diff.
Okay.
Here I come.
Diff is short for difference, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Frex is walking over and she's
Okay. Vape number 1.
she's placing the vape in his mouth.
He's hit the vape and it's coming out of his mouth.
Vape number 2.
Vape number 2 coming.
Oh.
Inhale. He held it.
Oh,
And now an exhale.
That felt good. I would like vape number 2 again.
Okay, how do you feel about vape number 1?
It did feel. Oh, wait, can I unfold?
Yeah, you can unfold.
Unblind?
Hold on, I gotta wipe this off.
Wow.
Okay.
You're the one with herpes.
I know, I'm on. Lawsuit incoming. Lawsuit.
Auga.
Don't worry, I'm not active right now. I would never make you hit a vape if I had an outbreak. I would never do that to you.
Vape 1 felt like the real thing,
Okay.
though it was not the real thing. But it's like fake tits. I don't care.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting my tits done.
I had it in my thing because when you said real or fake, I brought some. And I thought fake tits, it's like, are they faker than real tits? I don't think so.
Wait, so you correctly identified, yes, the first vape is fake.
But it feels good.
But if you're really trying to quit vaping, it would satisfy the craving of like wanting to.
It's the physical. Yeah. For a second, I couldn't tell. But can I tell you how I knew?
Yeah.
I saw you have the real vape earlier, and it had the
Okay.
platypus bill.
Observant. That's a comic. I hate observant comics.
I know. And then when I hit it, I was like, Afghanistan. It just felt so good. And that's how I could tell. But I will say that first one, if I might actually go and grab one because
Yeah. Well.
it's useful.
Oh, perfect. There's the ad. Clip
good.
it. Inhale Health. Please send us more fake vapes for our friends.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about getting my tits done.
What are you getting? Like a third one?
I'm gonna get 2 on my back.
Oh,
2 in the front, 2 in the back.
nice.
Business in the front, business in the back. I'm gonna hit OnlyFans.
The only podcast with 4 tits.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What do you want to do with your tits?
Just get them a little bigger.
A little bigger.
Yeah.
All right. I can't knock it.
Anyone else getting their tits done?
I'll say this, the people out there that are getting breast reductions, and then there's people out there that have breast cancer. So I'm here, sharks.
Yeah, where's this going?
He's like, there's a lot of food at restaurants being wasted, and there's a lot of people going hungry.
Yes.
I'm out here, sharks.
There's an
a-
app. There's an app.
It's a connect, it's like
It
organ
connects.
donation.
Yeah. Organ, yeah. You know, it's if you want to give away your piano.
Sweetheart gang, assemble.
Sweet, 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 sweet.
Your parents are from India?
We're East African Indian. So it's like we're Tanzanian, been there for 200 years, but we're Indian. It's like Freddie Mercury shit.
But you grew up in Queens.
Yeah, they
You were born in
immigrated from
Queens.
Tanzania to Queens, New York in 71. I grew up there in 87. Moved to Long Island. Was better than everybody.
Hell yeah,
It was
bro.
awesome. We had a backyard. I was like, fuck these guys.
What town?
Huntington.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic
yeah.
location. And then you said, I love America.
Oh yeah, man. The minute
Big
I remember we were driving away from our building in Queens, and I looked in the back of our Subaru, and I asked my dad, I was like, "Why are we leaving? Like this place is awesome." And he goes, "Just wait." And then we got to Long Island, and I was like, you know those like gorillas that escape labs, and then they show them real, and the girl's like, "What the fuck?" Like, oh, it was so good. You know,
Wow.
I felt it was so nice to have a house.
And then how'd you end up in Texas?
Dad's job moved, and then
What's your dad's job?
he was working a nonprofit, and then they opened up an ice cream store.
Explain.
It's such a ridiculous thing. I know it sounds like a Disney Channel movie, right?
He was working at a nonprofit.
Yeah, he was doing. He was
People that
doing
work
that.
at nonprofits make a lot of money now.
He
Isn't that funny?
So segment. It's a segment. Isn't that funny?
New segment.
Can I say this? Can I say that? I don't think she said that ironically at the beginning. I think that was genuine. She heard it back and went, "Oh no!" I saw it in the eyes. Isn't that funny?
Isn't that funny?
If you don't say that tonight at your set,
Isn't that funny?
yeah, just that's the catchphrase. Come on. That's amazing.
I'm going to do it.
God, play that in slow-mo and loop it.
For the
Loop
audience,
it.
I'm doing
Isn't
stand-up
that-
tonight. I do stand-up like 7 times a year.
Yeah.
And one of them, I've done it twice this week now.
Ooh, how'd the other sets go?
Bomb.
I don't believe
but
you.
I had
I don't believe
fun.
her either.
But okay, here's the thing. It was like the one I did on Monday. It was like a bar. So you're already losing because you're in the back of a bar. You're not on a stage.
Mm.
You're just looking at people. Like it's just a weird setup.
Yeah.
So I had fun. It wasn't a thing where I felt like, oh, I'm embarrassed or
Yeah,
I should
yeah,
never
yeah.
do stand up again. But I was like, did I win them? Did I get any followers? Like when I used to rap,
But that's
when
the
I used to
defining.
get off stage and I would look at my phone, it was just like followers, people posting, people messaging. Like that was incredible. People coming up to me.
Really?
Of course, some people were making fun of me and hated me. That's for sure. But there was a lot of, for whatever reason, when I would rap
Yeah.
at shows, it had like a quality where people really felt strongly that they like loved me or loved it, whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't get that with stand up. Like I never get off stage and no one's ever like, great job.
Well, I'll also say like, first of all, the defining characteristic of a bomb for me is not the like. No one's apathetic about a bomb. When you leave, you're like, I should die.
Right.
Like,
so maybe it wasn't a bomb. It was
It's
just,
not a
it was
bomb.
just
A
neither
bomb is
here
when
nor
you
there.
like when you see the exit and you're like, I could leave now. I could start in a new town.
Like, I'll call the Uber
could-
while I'm on stage
Yeah,
and start
I could
running.
go home, pack my bags, end my lease, move to another place. No one even know that I ate shit there.
Right.
That's the bomb. When you have that, I think a lot of sets are actually, especially these days, are more like that, where everyone's like, you know.
Right.
I think
okay.
a kill is like when people are like, holy shit, but more frequently it's everyone being like, I like that. That was funny. Thank you.
Right.
It's just like a.
Can I ask the room? Has anybody else ever bombed on a boat?
No.
I bombed in a synagogue,
Okay, that's bad.
and it was giant's doors, and it was it was lit very poorly. So and people were walking out. So every so often you hear a creak, and then light illuminating onto the stage of the synagogue, and then
That's the worst noise.
yeah, it was horrible. They gave us like a whole spread of food in the green room, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Don't worry, it'll be here when you get out." And when we got out, they took everything away. It was truly horrible. It was Purim. It was their Purim celebration.
How many bombs do you think you've had like that are that bad in your life? Are they countable?
Oh yeah. Yes. 20.
20. Okay.
20 that are like probably like if I went through my notes, I have one in here from 2016. I go back and listen to just to feel bad about myself.
Really?
Yeah, it's called like never forget this bomb.
Wow.
Like it's
What was
titled.
the date? What was the date? That
It
you'll
was
never
like-
forget.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't keep track of the date. I just like I remember the feelings associated with the places.
11/16. Never forget.
Never.
You should do a reaction video on YouTube of you listening and just pausing and going,
This
Yeah.
would, can I just this would be the reaction. It was just like a fart. The fart that doesn't go anywhere. that's where it's just like, oh, brother, no, don't say that. No. And
That's
then
awesome. Well, send it to us. We'll do a reaction
Yeah,
video when,
can
when
we?
you're not
Send
here.
it.
I'll
send
send it
us.
to you guys.
We'll
Send
play
it-
it.
yeah, we'll
do
play
it
it.
next episode.
I'll send it to you
We'll
guys.
do a reaction video.
Yeah.
That'll be incredible.
If I was gonna join OnlyFans, what would I do? Now I'm really thinking. Now the wheels are turning.
I think
Fully clothed on the beach.
maybe this show. Seriously. Fully clothed on the beach
I
is
got
the
a
name of the
message.
show.
Fully clothed on the beach. Hit my OnlyFans.
Fully clothed on the beach.
I got I'll read messages from absolutely anybody, and I have absolutely no boundaries about what time of day I will read them at. So sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I'm just on the phone. I read someone, shout out to this person, listener of the pod, sent some feedback on the pod.
Okay.
And he or she, we're going to go with he probably though,
Yeah, let's do it.
was like, I'd pay Patreon just to hear the unedited version of
That's
the
great.
pod.
That's great.
And then I go, maybe it's coming across that I am being a little fake. Maybe I do need to get a little bit more real.
We have talked about this.
Yeah,
I think you got to lean into all the shit that you are.
I know.
It's very fun. It's very good. I think
I
the first time
struggle-
I met all three like together, we went out drinking and I was like, that was so funny.
Yeah, we
And
did have a
so
good time.
We had a great time.
I am
More
struggling a
craziness.
little bit with the format because my old show was like I would just alone in my house, straight to camera, straight out of my head to the camera,
Yeah.
and then I always knew I could edit it the way that to get my point across in the best way. It's hard to just be in a room full of people and be that honest
Totally.
because
I
you want
agree.
people to like you. You want to adapt. You want to meet the mood where it is in a way,
Yeah.
and that's not always being the most authentic.
That's why I started letting it go. Is like sometimes it's not like I'm going for the bomb, but sometimes going for the what's his face from The Office, the
Jim,
Jim
The
that
look?
face. Sometimes
Yeah.
I like that because it's like, well, that's me being authentic. Because I don't want to kill. I'm just be like, this is funny that it was bad, right? People are like, what are you doing? It makes me laugh so much to see that reaction.
Sebby, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're able to be real in a podcast setting?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're more practiced than I am.
I mean, on my podcast, not that I love ours, but on mine, I talk a little more bluntly about like my struggles and make fun of stories from my past.
You can do that here.
I mean, what do you want me to talk about? My eating disorder and how I'm fat?
Yes.
What a fucking blast.
Well, I think we're all just learning and we're growing into the podcasters we were born to be.
Yeah.
I think it's good that you leave a little bit out.
Yeah, I try to make it a little more consistent. It's a tough format to adapt to when it hasn't been my skill set up until now, but we're growing into it.
You're great. And also, it's good to have them wanting more than being like, okay, that's enough.
I know. This episode will be 12 minutes long.
That's great.
By the
I love that. I listen in double speed.
Right.
We're talking 3 minutes by the end of the fucking iTunes.
I'm trying to get through it as fast as possible.
No, but I have really started to enjoy. At first, I found it tough. Like every time Thursday was coming up, I was like, "Oh man, what am I gonna do?
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta really think about this, blah blah blah." But I'm really starting to actually enjoy it and see it as like a creative outlet. And I'm building the East Wing at my house, so we could start. I'm gonna start doing questions from the DMs from my house.
Are you actually building a thing?
No, I'm just putting up a curtain, got a light, I got a chair.
I was like, wow, that's such a cool thing to say.
I know, I'm building the East Wing. We're at the West
I
Wing.
believe that 100%.
All right, boys. Any other thoughts on being fake bitches or real bitches?
I think it's tough, but I think that you can't overthink it in real time. You know what I mean? Because as it's happened like this, it just yeah. If you try to censor yourself too much in real time, then that's when it becomes fake.
Yeah.
So you just do your best and then go like, all right, you live in it. So I don't know if that added anything.
Right.
Could have stopped talking 30 seconds ago if I wanted to.
Don't worry. I have a big floor where all these clips will end up. I have a big old apartment, a lot of floor space.
God damn it.
Where all these little sound bites end up. 'Cause I'm big Frecky, and I came to cut. And with that, I really thank everyone for being here.
Thank you guys.
Should we grab a drink?
Yeah.
Now you got to teach. All right. I love you all. We'll see you next week. Please rate, review, subscribe. Cut the shit. Love you.
That's what I heard. Oh, No, that's how Sweetheart Gang roll.